What's going on, people? The force is back, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a review for you guys on a fragrance that, well, my very last video, which was my haul, I talked about this fragrance and I said that you people need to get your nose on it as soon as possible. It is an absolute killer of a fragrance. Trust me on this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. No messing around. Let's go. We're gonna dive into this head first. This fragrant journey, people, begins right now. I said, now you need to cut the camera. I said the fragrant journey begins right now, and that's your cue. You have to. I'm gonna. Alright, welcome back, people. Alright, let's go ahead and get right into this. This fragrance is coming out of the house of Boadicea The Victorious, and it is called Mayfair. Very pungent, powerful fragrance. Presentation, if you're interested. Okay, that's it right there. Very, very elegant looking bottle. Here's the back side of it. I'm going to get it coming real close so you guys can see it. Alright. There's the top, and there's the bottom. Alright. Really nice juice right here. But there are some things you should know about it, I think, which obviously is why I am reviewing it. So, I'm going to jump into the notes, okay? Stand by. Okay, and here we are. Once again, Mayfair. Coming from, again, the house of Boadicea The Victorious. Now, before we even get into the nose, let me give you the nose behind this. The nose behind this fragrance is, actually this entire house, is Michael Boadicea. And from what I understand, this guy used to be a hairdresser before he, took the dive into fragrances. And I don't know how he was as a hairdresser because, I would have never have gone to him anyway because I shave my head. So that's neither here nor there. But what I will say is that I've sampled a few of his fragrances, and I'm going to tell you something right now. He knows his poop. Let's jump right into this. Okay, this is a 3-tiered fragrance, and it is a tad bit busy. Okay, so coming in at the top of this fragrance, you're going to have cardamom, cloves, and beeswax. Done. Alright, in the heart of this fragrance, you're going to have rock rose, leather, oud, and birch. Done. And then it's going to floor out with civet, cedar, you're going to have patchouli, sandalwood, vetiver, amber. Done. Now, this is a very, very strange fragrance, people. When I say strange, I am not just whistling Dixie. This stuff is extremely strange. We're talking in the same realm as fragrances like Absolute Pour Le Soir, Oud Ispahan, Oud 27, Nepal Oud, in that realm. Extremely strange, very, very, very unsafe, as unsafe goes. Okay? This is not a skin scent by any stretch of the imagination, okay? It is going to leap off of your skin like kangaroos, all right? And it's like I said, it's very, very potent, but it's kind of, this is a hard one, a really hard one to nail down. Let's just put it this way. When it opens up, I put a little bit on my skin just now. When it opens up, immediately you're going to get cardamom and cloves big time, and then about 2 minutes later the birch kicks in, and kicks in really, really hard. Now I'm not sure why beeswax is listed in the top tier of this fragrance, because it is not. I don't get that until way deep into this fragrance's tenure on your skin. Alright, you guys know me. If you've ever seen me on Facebook, you've ever seen me posting my, my scents of the day. I tell you how many sprays I pump off or whatever, and they're not few. Okay, I really go hard because for some reason I've become anosmic to to fragrances really quickly, but there are a few, okay, a select few that this does not happen with, and this, my friends, is one of them. You're looking at it. You are gonna get a tremendous amount of really green vetiver, and if you're not a fan of vetiver, actually I wouldn't even say that, because this is blended so seamlessly that, I mean, you do detect the vetiver and it's really heavy, but everything around it kind of almost like it's like it almost masks it. And then at the very end of this fragrance, well, let's first talk about longevity. We're talking about 16 hours, easy on your skin, maybe even 20 before it becomes a skin scent. 20 hours, I mean, that's insane. 16 of those hours, you're going to be beasting, no question about it. When the animalic note kicks in, which is the civet, man, it gets skanky. Woo! I'm telling you, brother, it gets so freaking skanky that, again, when I mentioned it earlier, it's not a safe fragrance for work. I mean, and you guys know me, I love to pump hard and pump heavy. You cannot do this with this fragrance. You do, and you will be choking people out. Do it in the summertime, and there are going to be deaths. You're probably going to be going to prison for murder. I mean, really, everything you can think of with regard to skankiness is in this fragrance. The oud, the leather, the civet, and the patchouli. Forget it. I mean, this is just incredible. Now, when it does get to the end of the fragrance, all right. Well, first let me go back and backtrack a little bit. This is very similar to me when it first opens up. Well, probably not when it first opens up, but I'd say probably like maybe 2.5 hours into the fragrance, it starts to smell like grapes, fermented, really boozy grapes. All right, and then when it goes, I mean, really far into its tenure, then it starts to resemble a grape tonic, and I think that's because of the amber, because that's the only thing that's even remotely resembling sweet, other than the beeswax. So when it gets to the end of the fragrance, we get that that spicy vanilla-y type of vibe. When it sweetens up, then it now turns into grape tonic. So that's basically what you're gonna get. It's just a really skanky, I mean, just a dirty, nasty fragrance. I mean, this is honestly, it smells kind of like, geez, this is probably gonna be bad for me to say, but it kind of smells like, especially when you get deep into this fragrance, it kind of smells like you just had sex. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what it comes off to me as. Very, very sexy fragrance. So basically that's what you've got. So, and again, it's just a quickie. Not a whole lot more I can say about it. It's just really, really, really dirty and skanky, and I think you're going to like it if you're into that type of stuff. If you're not, you're going to want to stay as far away from this fragrance as you possibly can, because it's really that skanky. But I love that. Alright? So that's all I have. I'm out of here. Talk to you later.